The hits keep happening. The quotes from Jimbo Fisher, his press conference going after Nick Saban. It is on. Jimbo Fisher says, what's funny is in that talk right before he said that about us, Texas A&M, wasn't he soliciting funds from the crowd? Amazing, isn't it? Question mark. Yeah. You know, this happens when you get in front of boosters. He wouldn't say something like that on this show or if he was on ESPN or, some other outlet. But when you're in there, it's almost like, you're in the football womb. It's comforting. It's a pep rally. You got friendly fire here. Everybody's on your side. Hey, coach, second best recruiting class. What are we going to be? What do you expect? I mean, they're still going to be the number one team in the country this year and the favorites to win the national championship. Yes.
How often do we see it when there's like a political candidate in with all of their donors at a very private event and they're soliciting money and they're like, and that's why we're going to kill all the puppies in the world. And then it gets out and they're like, whoa, what the heck? I thought this was private.
And that's what it felt like. Because Coach Saban, I don't know if anybody kind of spurred him on to talk about name, image, and likeness and what A&M is doing, what Deion did, University of Miami did. Yes, he did.
The only thing that was missing, and I wish somebody had just slid a podium out there in front of him so we could start. That's why Jimbo is doing the thing.
I don't know what benefit this is other than to say to your boosters, we need to do the same thing. I don't know. You're saying A&M had to cheat to beat us. Hey, that's the only reason why we had the second best recruiting class. Okay, A&M is not cheating. They're taking advantage of a loophole. And if Coach Saban had said that, hey, they're taking advantage of a loophole. We don't take advantage of that loophole. But then I would say, well, why aren't we? Now, you don't want to entice any players to come here, but when you get here, you get a name, image, and likeness deal. I would say, Coach, how about we start it before they get here? Or we make it seem like we're not doing it before they get here, but they do. No, they're going to get one when they get here. Yeah, Paul.
You're in a room full of millionaire Alabama boosters in Birmingham. Hey, Coach, you could have just called us. We would have got in early. We'd get in line. We paid $10,000 to eat chicken and rice tonight.
That's where you have the greeting line at a wedding. You just have the boosters walk up to Nick. Hey, Coach, just want to shake your hand. And then all of a sudden there's an envelope in there for a check for $1 million. Hey, that should get me a wide receiver. Can I get a linebacker and a safety for that, Coach? I just gave you $1 million. Hey, there's for our next quarterback here. Yeah, Marv.
Is he upset that it's Texas A&M and not one of the usual powers like a Clemson or Ohio State?
I don't know if let's say it was somebody else. Let's say Auburn had the number one recruiting class. How would he react to that? Because they lost at Texas A&M last year. And things are a little frosty there with Jimbo, who used to work for Coach Saban. Yes.
Quote from Jimbo, some people think they're God. Go dig into how God did his deal. You may find out a lot of things you didn't know about. We build him up to be the czar of football. Go dig into his past or anybody he's ever coached with him.
Ooh. Well, that's when I would say, Coach, care to explain? I mean, you were on his staff. How did you get players for Coach Saban?
Holy smokes.
Like we're opening this up, then I would go, Jimbo, you were on his staff. How did you guys get players illegally?
Why did he do this?
I don't know why.
Why are they doing this?
Well, okay, this is where this plays locally really, really well. Man, did you hear what Coach Fisher said about Saban? He went after him. Yeah, that's what we want with our coach. That just opens up a few more doors for me to go, all right, Jimbo, you were on his staff. How did Coach get away with paying players? Oh, I don't know. Well, wait, you just said dig into his past. You're part of his past. And even with Coach Saban, what are you doing? What are you doing? Here's how Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M head coach, opened up his press conference responding to Nick Saban's comments last night in Birmingham.
It's despicable that somebody can say things about somebody and an organization. More importantly, 17-year-old kids. You're taking shots at 17-year-old kids and their families. And they broke state laws. They're all money. We bought every player on this group. We never bought anybody. No rules were broken. Nothing was done wrong. It was all and the way we do things, the ethics in which we do things. And these families, it's despicable that a reputable head coach could come out and say this when he doesn't get his way or things don't go his way. The narcissist in him doesn't allow those things to happen, and it's ridiculous. But when he's not on top, and the parity in college football he's been talking about, go talk to coaches who coach for him. You'll find out all the parity. Go dig into wherever he's been. You can find out anything. And it's a shame that you got to sit here and defend 17-year-old kids and families. And Texas A&M, because we do things right, we're always going to do things right. But we're always going to be here. We're doing a heck of a job. These coaches have done a great job. Our players have done a great job. The whole organization of recruiting people. It's despicable that we got to sit here at this level of ball and say these things to defend the people of this organization, the kids, 17-year-old kids, and their families. It's amazing. Some people think they're God. Go dig into how God did his deal. You may find out about a guy that a lot of things you don't want to know. We built him up to be the czar of football. Go dig into his past or anybody that's ever coached with him. You can find out anything you want to find out, what he does and how he does it.
All righty. All righty.
Let's move to September. Let's
Yes.
cancel summer.
No, we got to get to October when they face each other. Woo! SEC Media Day is when in August, Paulie?
It should be SEC Media Week, July 18th through 21st
July.
down in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We got to go.
Yes, he.
How long do you think they allow Alabama and Texas A&M allow this spar to go on before somebody's like, well, why don't we just say we talk to each other, made nice, and nothing to see here?
Okay, if you're Greg Sankey and you're the commissioner of the SEC, do you want to put this to bed?
Well, I think you do.
I don't know. I mean, yes, Todd.
Do you do a Coach K if you're Greg Sankey? Now stop that. Cut it out. We're not going to do this. This is not part of the program.
Jimbo Fisher said that Nick Saban called, and he said, didn't answer. We're done. He shows you who he is. He's the greatest ever. Huh? Question mark. I just don't know what Nick Saban was hoping to accomplish. Hey, we should be number one, but they paid all their players. But then it sounds like you're saying to your boosters, we need to do the same thing. But we don't do that. But if we do that, then we're going to be the number one team recruiting-wise. Yeah, Paul.
The one thing I'd like to know is if Jimbo Fisher just talks or anyone asks him questions, is he going to say that, no, we did not agree with any recruits before they joined our team, our program, of any NIL deals, either verbally or on paper, before they joined our program? If he says that, then that's a direct contradiction of what Nick Saban is saying.
Yeah.
I would like him to be asked that in specific, not just the yelling, screaming, he's a bad guy. Say, yes, we had no agreements with NIL with any incoming freshman.
Yeah, Marv.
Actually, we have more Jimbo Fisher if you would like to hear it.
Sure.
Here you go.
A couple of things, Jimbo. First of all, have you had any contact with Nick since?
No. Oh, he's called.
You just didn't take the call?
Not going to. We're done.
And
He shows you who he is.
then I just wanted
He's the
to.
greatest ever, huh?
And then I just wanted.
When you
to
got all the advantages, it's easy.
And I just wanted to just put it point blank. So, no players in you're saying that no players in
There's
this
no
22
laws of
received any
anything we
money
ever
or-
promised, done, anything that goes against the laws of the state of Texas, and it's insulting to say a 17-year-old and his family broke laws. No.
I don't even know if he got his question out there. Wow.
Okay, Jimbo. So I
He shows you who he is.
just wanted to clarify.
He's the greatest ever, huh?
That's
You know, sometimes you get so mad and your voice, like you can't kind of keep it together.
your heart's pounding out of your
Yes.
chest.
Yeah, Paulie.
Did Jimbo Fisher just say we didn't break any laws in the state of Texas?
They did not.
They have college football laws in the state of Texas, or NIL laws?
I don't know.
They do have some different ones because high schoolers in Texas could get NIL first.
I guess what he's saying is that we didn't entice any players with money up front, with name, image, and likeness.
You know, is it possible? Maybe I'm misremembering this, but didn't everybody sort of give people money up front until they were like, whoa, wait a minute. That's not in the spirit of the rule. And that it wasn't really enforced at first. And then they were like, wait a minute. That's not supposed to go like this. It's supposed to go like that. And now all of a sudden everything is sort of swung back the other way.
This just shocks me that a person of the prominence of Nick Saban would lower himself to talk this way. Like, so what? Hey, they got the #1 recruiting class, but this is about performance. This is about coaching. This is about tradition. That's why we are Alabama and they're Texas A&M. Like, you can send your shot there. You can even question their recruiting, as I think Nick Saban has done, and Jimbo Fisher got really sensitive about this. This is a while ago, I think. He was like, no, we recruit and we got all these great facilities. And okay. So nobody has Jimbo ever, under orders from Nick Saban, done anything that would be nefarious. I mean, he says, just look, for who he is and what he's done. I worked under Bobby Bowden. He did it the right way. But he also worked under Nick Saban, who he said didn't do it the right way. All right. Tell us what he didn't do the right way here, Coach. I mean, you're doing the same thing. He's calling you out. Now he's firing back at Coach Saban. That's what I would say. Why don't you tell us what you did under Coach Saban? Or somebody else did under Coach Saban. Yeah, Paulie.
If I'm like the A&M offensive coordinator next year when you're at Alabama, they have those cards on the side with the pictures. Have a big money roll and then a thing of Tide next to it, like Roll Tide. Just troll the hell out of them.
Yeah.
Picture.